We pack bags, navigate security lines, and race through crowded transit hubs just to collapse on a beach 3 time zones away. We push ourselves to the brink of exhaustion to find a brief window of calm, the opposite of the daily rhythm in blue zone communities, where serenity is the default setting. Modern wellness operates on a model of escape. We treat health as a temporary destination we have to reach, overlooking the fact that our well-being is a byproduct of the physical systems we inhabit every day. The alternative is asset-backed abundance. This principle suggests that stability begins by decentralizing the stress of urban life and focusing on the resources available in our immediate vicinity. Achieving this requires us to rethink our immediate surroundings. We have to re-engineer the rooms we sleep, eat, and work in, turning them into optimized sanctuaries. Reaching a century of healthy living does not require a passport. It happens by re-engineering the physical space you already occupy. Before building what the architects call the 4G Blue Zone staycation, they have to secure the site. You cannot introduce high-tech wellness tools into a home without first establishing an invisible ethical perimeter. This is the role of David B. Schwartz. As the organization's ethical guardian, he provides the governance that keeps the entire ecosystem grounded in human rights. This diagram illustrates the Schwartz protocol. As the staycation's technologies scale, it acts as a hard-coded rule. No algorithmic efficiency or profit motive can ever override human dignity. With that baseline locked, the foundation is secure, ready for the high-tech wellness architecture. Next, we bring in the systems logic. Visionary engineer David Goldstein looks at complex global logistics and distills all that power down to the scale of a single home. This schematic maps out his architecture, known as the 4G method. It divides the staycation into 4 actionable pillars: gratitude, grounding, greens, and growth. Let's look at the first pillar, grounding, which focuses entirely on the environment. This quadrant is managed by Illumina, the radiant spark of the utopian duo. She uses precise interventions like light therapy. This recalibrates the physical properties of the room and syncs the indoor lighting with the natural biological cycles of the human body. The result is a living room that suddenly possesses the restorative qualities of an Icaria-inspired lounge or the relaxing atmosphere of a sun-drenched patio in Nicoya. The home sheds its role as a passive shelter. It operates as a proactive, high-tech tool engineered for cellular rejuvenation. The second pillar brings us to fuel, or greens. This is overseen by Babasar Ali, acting as the matriarch of the Royal Oasis. She applies the Daily Dozen Covenant. The kitchen abandons highly processed comfort foods in favor of soul-nourishing, Blue Zone-approved culinary masterpieces. The delivery system for this fuel comes directly from healthy Munch provisions. Every meal is loaded with the antioxidants and plant-based power required to sustain peak health. Once the body is properly fueled, it needs to move. This brings us to the third pillar, growth. Here, David G. steps in to design the physical activity that interacts with this new energy. You won't find high-stress gym routines in this model. The requirement is low-impact, high-joy movement, modeled after the daily mobility of the world's longest-living populations. By pairing precise plant-based fuel with agile movement, the staycation activates an internal healing protocol that continues long after the weekend ends. The final architectural pillar is gratitude, focusing on community. Maytal, the deep mindfulness expert of the utopian duo, steps in to guide this connection. Looking at this model, you can see how Maytal uses guided connection circles to draw individuals together. She is building a moai, the kind of strong social circle found in Okinawa, directly inside the living room. When a single household can generate its own clean energy, provide its own high-nutrition food, and maintain its own health, it detaches from global systems of dependency. This localized independence is the first step toward a global economy where conflict over scarce resources becomes obsolete. This staycation is a working proof of concept for that transition. We stop waiting for massive institutions to fix global health. Instead, we take the materials available to us and construct our own sovereign living oasis. Longevity is no longer something you have to search for in a distant land. It is a system you have built yourself. Welcome to the Healthy Munch family, and welcome to your 4G Blue Zone staycation.